question that the Islamic concept of predestination about taqdeer. Yes, there is an Islamic concept of predestination of taqdeer, but many people, they get confused with what does Islam mean by qadar, by destiny. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has the knowledge of the future. Everyone of us agree. But you should realize what is the concept of qadar, of taqdeer. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the free will, and He does not interfere with the free will. But because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is ilm-e-ghaib, He knows in advance. The Quran says that moment a child is born, the fatir, the destiny, is bound around his neck. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala writes down the destiny. Now many people think that because Allah has written the destiny, whatever happens is because of Allah. For example, if I commit murder, who's to blame? Allah is to blame because Allah has written the destiny. That's a misconception. Let me clarify this misconception by giving an example. That suppose in a class, the teacher, he is teaching the class of students, and by the end of the year before the examination, the teacher says that this particular student, he will come out first in the class. This student, he will get a second class. That student, he will fail. And after the examination, when the results out, the first student does come out first, the second student gets a second class, the third student, he fails. I want to ask a question, that can the student who failed blame the teacher, that because the teacher predicted I have failed? Who's to blame, the teacher or the student? But naturally the student is supposed to blame. Because the teacher was experienced, the teacher knew that this particular student sees a lot of movies, doesn't pay attention to class, that student will fail. Just because the teacher predicted that doesn't mean the teacher has to blame. The blame is on the student itself. Similarly here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has ilm-e-ghaib. He has the knowledge of the future. It is not because Allah has written down that the thing takes place. It is in fact the other way around. Because the thing is supposed to take place, Allah has written down. For example, if a human being comes at a crossroad and there are 5 roads, road 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you choose road 3, and the same thing is mentioned in the taqdeer, that you will be choosing road 3. It is not because Allah has mentioned the taqdeer that you are choosing road 3, but it is the opposite. Because you were supposed to choose road 3, Allah ilm-e-ghaib, He has written in advance. That is the reason the concept of taqdeer is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ilm-e-ghaib. He has knowledge of the future. Because of that, He has mentioned the taqdeer. Hope that answers the question.
Thank you, Doctor.